So if you can start off by telling us about the Design for Decommissioning initiative that you're involved with.
So the Design for Decommissioning project was set up in 2016 by 3 founder members essentially. So Alan Stokes from Aberdeen, Stuart Martin from Arden, and myself from Xodus Group. And we all had this shared vision that there must be a way to take the understanding from decommissioning and the challenges that decommissioning presents and improve future designs so that you can design out any potential future issues. So based on that, there was then a call put out to the wider industry to see what support that we could solicit, and we now have a group of more than a dozen different organisations spread across operators right through to the smaller consultancies like Xodus, and we all share this vision that you need to be able to consider the whole design of the whole life cycle of the design to really get the best economic value. So not just considering the early stages of operation, but the whole way through to late life operation into the final stages of end of life.
And for you, what impact has new technology and innovation had on the industry and decommissioning in recent years?
So it's quite fascinating to see how technology has changed, and there's things that, new solutions that have come about that I think people could maybe have only dreamt about before. So things like the pioneering spirit, and that's a thing that I think a lot of people they're really inspired by, because they see that that's quite transformational in terms of how we go about decommissioning, and actually it does have a fundamental impact on even how we design facilities, because if we now know that that's an option, then we can design with that in mind. And I think people also need to be cognizant of that it's not just the big things that matter, that it's the small things as well. So there's a cumulative effect of small continuous improvement, and having a way of facilitating and bringing in new ideas, however small they are, I think is really important.
And are there any key trends that you've picked up on, or any exciting advancements that inspire you at the moment?
So like I was saying, like the idea of making these small incremental gains, I think is really important for the industry. We've been set quite challenging targets in terms of reducing the cost of decommissioning, and I think there are certain things that are helping. So the way that the industry is grouping together, so we have like Decom North Sea that's helping to as a focal point for the industry, and I would like to see more of that, more of people working together, and engaging in the challenges that we have, and enhancing everybody's understanding about what good practice looks like.
And you touched on costs a little bit there. How are you working with technology to help reduce costs?
So as a consultant, in the consultancy I work for, we're involved in the planning for decommissioning, and a big part of that is building up an understanding of how do we go about dismantling this infrastructure in the best way, and that needs to actually be a balance not just of cost but of the safety and environmental, the technical complexities, and also societal impacts as well. So whilst we're very much aware of cost and minimising cost, it can't be to the detriment of those other factors. I don't know if that answers the question. I mean, cost is a focus, but as a consultant, we're aware that it's not the be all and end all. There's other factors that need to be considered.
And are there any key changes that you would like to see in the industry moving forward?
I think we're going in the right direction in terms of engagement, in terms of how we're now collaborating and working together, but I would like to see more of that. I think decommissioning is quite unique because everybody shares the same problem, and I think people have now woken up to the fact that it isn't something that can be inevitably pushed to the side is something that we need to deal with and build our understanding. So I think that probably would be the main thing, is just, that keep that focus on collaboration, because it's really, really important.